Buckle up, sci-fi comedy enthusiasts. The universe's wildest Star Wars send-up is blasting off again, and the iconic crew from the first film is reuniting for Spaceballs 2. If you've ever laughed until your sides hurt at the absurdity of space operas gone wrong, this news will have you grinning from ear to ear. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a sequel to a beloved cult classic really hit the same comedic heights? Or is it just a cash grab in a galaxy far away? Stick around as we dive into the details, and you might just find yourself debating the merits of reviving old favorites. The force is strong with the ensemble for Amazon MGM Studios' upcoming follow-up to the hilarious Spaceballs. On Thursday, the studio officially announced that beloved actors Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman, Daphne Zuniga, and George Weiner will step back into their roles from the 1987 original, just as Mel Brooks had been previously confirmed to return. For those new to this cosmic comedy, Spaceballs is a riotous parody of George Lucas's epic Star Wars saga, packed with over-the-top gags, memorable characters, and enough absurdity to make even the most serious sci-fi fan crack a smile. Imagine a story where a rogue space villain steals the air from planets. It's pure, unadulterated fun that pokes fun at everything from laser battles to droid sidekicks. Joining this stellar lineup are fresh faces bringing new energy to the mix. Josh Gad, Keke Palmer, Lewis Pullman, and Anthony Carrigan will portray brand new characters, adding layers of humor and intrigue to the sequel. To give you a quick example, think of how Gad's previous roles in films like The Book of Mormon have shown his knack for sharp, witty performances. He's sure to bring that same flair to whatever antics unfold in this spacefaring farce. Directing the laughs is Josh Greenbaum, who brings his comedic vision to the project. The screenplay comes from the creative minds of Gad himself, along with Benji Samit and Dan Hernandez, promising a script that's as clever as it is outrageous. Behind the scenes, production is handled by a powerhouse team, including Brian Grazer, Ron Howard, and Jeb Brody from Imagine Entertainment, with additional support from Gad, Brooks, Greenbaum, and Kevin Salter. It's a collaboration that screams quality, drawing on the expertise of folks who've crafted blockbuster hits and heartfelt stories alike. As for the plot and the official title as this sequel to the Star Wars mocking masterpiece, the studio is keeping things under wraps for now, a smart move to build anticipation, much like how the original film teased its surprises. Filming is already in full swing, with a theatrical release slated for 2027. And this is the part most people miss. In an industry where sequels often flop, the fact that they're assembling the original cast could be the secret sauce to making this one soar. You can get your first glimpse of the assembled talent in the photo below, snapped during an early table read. It's a moment that captures the excitement of bringing back a film that, for many, defined a generation's love for parody. To refresh your memory, the original Spaceballs hit theaters in 1987, a full decade after George Lucas's groundbreaking Star Wars premiered and revolutionized pop culture. Starring Bill Pullman, Moranis, Zuniga, Weiner, and the late John Candy, with Joan Rivers lending her voice to a hilarious C-3PO knockoff, the movie raked in $38.1 million at the box office. That's about $108 million in today's dollars, and quickly morphed into a cult phenomenon. For beginners wondering why it's so adored, picture a film that skewers sci-fi tropes with relentless energy, from incompetent heroes to ridiculous villains. It's a masterclass in comedy that still holds up today. The buzz for this sequel kicked off in the summer of 2024 when Gad shared a tantalizing Instagram post. "I've just submitted a script that I believe is the funniest and most brilliant project I've tackled, and I'm absolutely thrilled," he wrote, adding that collaborating with Samit and Hernandez has been pure bliss across Earth and beyond. "You guys are the best." It's posts like this that remind us how passion drives these projects, and it makes you wonder, will the sequel live up to the hype, or is nostalgia clouding our judgment? On the representation front, Rick Moranis is managed by Troy Bailey of Bailey Brand Management and Mark Von Arx. Josh Gad's team includes CAA, Range, and Johnson Shapiro. Keke Palmer works with 3 Arts and Hertz Lichtenstein, Lewis Pullman is represented by CAA and anonymous content. Anthony Carrigan has United Artists in the UK, Goodman Gino, and Schlegel Entertainment. George Weiner is with the House of Representatives. Daphne Zuniga is handled by Untitled Entertainment, CESD, and Jackaway. And Bill Pullman is repped by CAA. Now, here's a thought-provoking twist. Some fans argue that remaking or sequelizing classics like Spaceballs risks diluting their timeless appeal, turning them into mere nostalgia machines. Others say it's a chance to introduce fresh humor to new audiences. What do you think? Is reviving a 1980s parody a brilliant idea or a recipe for disappointment? Do you believe the original cast's return guarantees success, or should they have gone with an all-new team? Share your opinions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take and spark a lively debate.